define a country's culture? It's through their history, language, food, and is it something that you can teach? Well, here at MCAS Student House, a cultural orientation class is underway, teaching people all about Maltese culture and how to live in Malta.
We are teaching the students basic levels of English, improving their English, and also a core cultural orientation about the norms and culture of living in Malta. And as Malta is part of the EU, so the regulations and the laws that are active in this part of Europe.
Polyclinic. Where is the polyclinic?
In the hospital.
No, there's one in every town.
This is a project that is trying to help integrate migrants who have lived here in a cultural and linguistic aspect of their everyday life. So I focus on the language. I teach English language, and I try to give them the skills to communicate at work and to be able to speak to the people around them, as Malta does speak quite a bit of English.
So things like knowing the workers' rights, the Constitution of Malta, cultural activities like the festivals, how the local councils are set up, how the elections are, the role of the church in Malta, the education system, all the things that are important for people to be aware of and understand when they come to a new country and plan on staying and settling here.
Why have you come to the class today?
I want to know more about Maltese culture and English. I want to learn more about it. Yeah, I want to learn more English because that is the most important thing.
And here you have Valletta.
Valletta.
So they built it with tall walls because they thought there was going to be another attack on Malta. But it didn't happen. And this person, his name was Jean Perisot de la Valette, who was the Grand Master. He put the stone, the special foundation stone. There's a statue now. You see a statue of him. Valletta is quite special because it was designed on paper first.
Coming with outside eyes, I know which things maybe need a bit of explanation. And my background is also in Maltese history, so being able to explain some of the reasons behind certain norms, certain traditions, because I've gone through the same process of wanting to know why something was done, whereas perhaps if I were a Maltese person that grew up here, I wouldn't question it in the same way, and I wouldn't, to be able to explain it to an outsider is sometimes difficult, I've found, from being on the receiving end when I first moved here.
Good afternoon, JVS, and welcome to our page, Improving the Cultural Competencies of Third Country Nationals. We hope you had a good time during the holiday breaks, and on behalf of CCIF team, we wish you all the best for 2019. So our lab was supposed to start at 2, but as you know, for technical reasons, it's not ever always possible. And we hope you will join, and we will be waiting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds to start what we want to tell you today. So please, if you are connected, stay connected. If you know someone who wants to know more about our project, invite him. So I will give you the opportunity to join us. And in the meantime, if you have any questions, if you attended the first classes and that there is something that you want to ask and know about more, feel free to put it on the comments. And we'll make sure to come back to you as soon as possible. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you more or less what we'll be talking about today. So what is the live about actually? This Facebook Live, it will become an appointment. I will become a regular face that you will see each month. We want to make this event a monthly event, so that during each month after the activities that we're having together, we have the time to stop and kind of wrap up and summarize what we have done, if we have done well, if we have done bad. And we rely a lot on your feedbacks so that we can improve all the time. So what happened, for example, last year? The project actually started last year. As you know, the first classes was the 8th of December, and then we had the second class on the 15th. And it was English classes, as you know, at MCAS in Paula, from 1 each Saturday. Nothing has changed. We'll still have the classes in Paula each Saturday from 1 p.m. As you know, there is the possibility to bring your children that are very well looked after by two young ladies that you know, for those who have attended the first classes, and nothing will change, as I was telling you. So that's what happened last year. Last year, again, you received the USB cards with all the learning material in 3 languages, Arabic, Spanish, and English, so that you can study yourself on your own pace as well at home. Now we are back in 2019 to carry on our activities. So what is going on this year? It is that from the 12th of January we'll start again the English classes. But not only, we'll also carry on with the cultural orientation classes, and that's help given by Juniper Francalanza, a very beautiful lady that you all know, for those who attended the first classes. And English classes will be carried on as usual by Tendi, that you also know. So that is what we'll be doing from next Saturday. And but not only that, there are so many other things that will happen because the classes are held in classrooms, but then there will be activities that will be held outside as well. Of course, we have many channels of communication, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about now. So because we want to be connected with you, and for us to remain connected so that we give you the best information possible, we have created different links where we can remain connected all the time. The first one will be this Facebook talks that I'm having now. And then we have created a WhatsApp group. All of you are invited to join the WhatsApp group if it's not yet the case. Just send us your mobile phone number and we'll add you in the group, so that if we have any relevant information, we can reach you immediately. For example, 2 days ago, many students thought that we will have English classes last Saturday, the 5th. And thanks to the WhatsApp group, it was possible immediately to say, no, it's not on the 5th, it's on the 12th. So these are the information very quick that can reach people. So make sure to send us your mobile phone, and then we will add you in the WhatsApp group. So apart from the group, we also created a blog. A blog is a more a long-term thing, because you will have information there for forever practically. But it's what you can follow the blog, and the blog I will give you later the address of the blog, where you can have information, all the material, all the films, all the videos that we take during the classes are stored on the blog, so you can reach them anytime. For those who lack that mean of communication. So that is about the blog. There also, apart from the WhatsApp group, apart from the blog, we also have from this year and from this month, I've already sent a newsletter for January 2019. So the newsletter, again, is another means of communication that we have created. So each month, for those who are registered with us with an email address, we'll be sending you each month a very short newsletter with brief relevant information that you can access as well. Usually, unfortunately, newsletter, because you don't have the contact of the sender on your contacts, they usually end up either in junk or in promotions if you have a Gmail. So make sure to check your junk mails or your promotion label if you have Gmail, so that you can have our newsletter and remain connected with us. Okay, so these were the means of communication that we have all together. Now, I'm giving you some time to send a comment, to post a message, whatever you want to tell, feel free to do so. And if you want me to talk about something in particular, feel free to say it as well, because I'm not sure, maybe you didn't have the opportunity to send a feedback previously, so this is the moment to do so. Now, we talk about the classes, we talk about the English, the cultural orientation, the means of communication that we will be using to remain connected. Now, I want to talk now about an idea that we came up with to try to make the projects, the activities that we're having together very entertaining as well. And that will be the election of the student of the month. So what is that student of the month? What we're thinking that there are people who are very well involved in the participation during the class. They always raise their hands, they want to know more. There are also students who will be very regular to the classes, that will decide to attend all the classes to have all the knowledge that is given to them. And there are a lot of criteria for the election of the student of the month that we can come up with together. So what will happen is that next Saturday, for example, the teachers will try to engage you to elect who you think can be the student of the month. So each month, at the end of each month, we will elect one of you as the student of the month. So please empower yourself with this idea, which is a very good one. And we will decide as well what will happen with the student of the month, what we will give him. It can be a photo, it can be an article on our blog, really it can be anything. It is up to you, up to us to decide what is it. So that was pretty much about it, what I wanted to tell you today. And I just remember you that this is the first live talk of this year. We will be having each month, at the beginning of each month, a talk like this one until the end of the project. Feel free again to post your comments, to send a message, and to interact in the WhatsApp group and follow, like our page.
And I am a trained teacher, and I am also have a background in migration studies. And I believe that this course can offer individuals who are interested in integrating into Maltese society or into learning about European rights and standards and laws and education system. It should give them an overview of what would be beneficial and useful in coming to this country of Malta and adjusting to life here. So to increase their opportunities and awareness of what is happening locally as well as within Europe, to make it a more successful experience for themselves and their families.
I've always taken part in teaching migrants and helping third country nationals in learning English so that they can integrate into the community. So it's good to be able to help and be useful with my skills again. But also it's good to see different people from different countries. This time in this experience we have so many more Latin Americans. So it's showing that Malta is becoming more diverse and more multicultural. So it'll be interesting. It'll be also a very different cultural situation and teaching experience for me. So it's good to broaden my skills and just get to know different people from different places. So it's exciting in many different ways.
Today we're here for all the people wanting to participate in the course, to tell them what it's going to be about, and also to assess their levels in how good the English already is and what they know about the Maltese culture. And we've been preparing that for quite a while, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, in the last months, Team CCF worked really hard, like on the lesson plans, and to make this possible today and in the next months.
Yeah, so actually we are EVS volunteers. That what we have been doing is working on the outreach programs for freedom is not negotiable project. So yeah, we do. We do like anti-human trafficking awareness in schools and colleges with children.
Also, we try to raise awareness using social media, organize and supporting events like intercultural dialogue, conferences and concerts, and also create a prime programs in the school as she leads, and also to everything to raise awareness to human trafficking. I think that today is a very good opportunity for a lot of people, foreign people, to increase their level of English and make friendship with the other nationalities, and also to is a good opportunity to try to integrate in a new environment in Malta, and possibly to get a new job at the end of the course.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name?
My name is Mayas Muhammad Imam Muhammad.
Okay, so you are here for the project improving the cultural competencies of third country nationals and refugees in Malta. Are you confident that you will learn something? Are you happy to be here? Can you say something in English?
No, English is small.
Okay, very small English. Okay, so we hope that by the end of the project you have learned something. And so what language do you speak? Arabic?
I speak Arabic.
Okay, and thank you for being here. And at the end of the project, I will talk to you again to see how much your English has improved. Okay? Thank you.
I think when I saw the advert about that, I know that I need to improve my English, so it's a good opportunity to improve the English, to talk with others, and to know other cultures too. And the mainly reason was about the Maltese culture, to know more about the country, to know more about the other people that live here. And so it's because of that I think it's a good opportunity, and to meet people, other cultures, and integrate better in Malta, because I think here it's going to be my new home. So it's because of that.
Can you all understand me, or you need somebody to interpret in Arabic? Can you all hear me? So this afternoon I would like to introduce you to the staff that we are working with on this particular project. So my colleagues at the back, can you all come to the front, please? I'll let them introduce themselves to you.
It's going to open our minds. It's going to give us new friends, and it's going to create possibly opportunities that were not there before. All right, so good to see you. good that you're going to meet with us. We are a crazy team, but we are always here to help you.